On November 13, 1820, American sailor Henry Palmer and his crew made landfall on an island near the Antarctic Peninsula, later named Deception Island. What unfolded over the next 2 days remained shrouded in mystery and disbelief. Palmer, haunted by the gruesome details, kept the events a closely guarded secret until shortly before his death in 1877. However, 137 years later, when a group of Australian scientists landed on the island, they encountered horrors that surpassed imagination, intensifying speculations that the island should be left uninhabited. Research stations established on Deception Island over the years had been abandoned due to various unknown reasons. The events of 1957, concealed by the Australian government for decades, were finally unveiled by one of the scientists, Richard McCurr. His account sheds light on Henry Palmer's harrowing tale. As Palmer set foot on Deception Island, an unsettling uneasiness gripped him. Despite his extensive experience as a sailor, he felt an inexplicable sense of being observed, a feeling that persisted throughout their expedition. The crew set up camp above high tide, preparing to explore the area at first light. The following morning, a head count revealed the disappearance of 2 crew members, Norris and Clark. Panic set in as search parties were organized to scour the island. Palmer, seasoned by war and possessed by a sense of apathy, led the investigation. Footprints in the sand led them to a cave, where eerie sounds hinted at something malevolent. As they ventured deeper into the cave, darkness surrounded them. Candles were lit, revealing moans and mysterious movements. Turning a corner, Palmer discovered the lifeless, skinless bodies of Norris and Clark. Their arms held peculiar red stones, unlike any seen before. A chilling encounter ensued when the survivor, barely alive, whispered unintelligible words. Back at the camp, dread loomed over Palmer. The men decided to bury the bodies and leave the island the next day. However, an inexplicable event occurred overnight. The graves of Norris and Clark were found empty. Fear and superstition gripped the crew, reinforcing the belief that the island was cursed. The crew, desperate to escape, packed their belongings. Palmer, haunted by premonitions, knew they needed to leave. The island, now named Deception Island, held a malevolent secret that demanded avoidance. McCree's story, narrated years later, revealed another horrifying chapter. In 1957, a new team faced similar terrors, Ian and Ross. Scientists returning with peculiar samples exhibited odd behavior. Late-night encounters and unexplained disappearances escalated, until Max and Peter faced unimaginable horrors. McCurr, surviving by hiding in a fridge, witnessed his colleagues transformed into skinless entities. The arrival of Norwegian rescuers brought relief, but Deception Island retained its sinister aura. Government investigations yielded no answers. McCree's encounter with an investigator years later hinted at undisclosed horrors, reinforcing the island's reputation as a malevolent force. For more chilling horror stories, subscribe to this channel.